Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. I'm your host with the most. It's your boy, Young Lord Marco the Kettle from the Kettle's Lounge. Got a treat for you today. Got a treat for me today. Lego Marvel Superheroes. A game most, you know, millennials played in the childhood, or at least some variation. Maybe if they're not millennials, Lego Batman, of course, being one of the first ones. Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Star Wars, Lego Harry Potter, all classics that had on 360 or the PS3. I had mine on the Xbox 360. But enough of that. If you don't know what Lego Marvel Superheroes is, you probably guessed it, the superheroes and villains of the Marvel Universe. Not all of them, because there is a lot. It might be all of them, actually. But yeah, you have to stop the plans of some villains. I'm not going to spoil which ones if you don't know. So yeah, there's not much else to say on the story right now. I'll get to my rating of that in a bit. So let's get on to how we actually rate the platinums. If you don't know, we do it based on time, difficulty, how the game plays, the enjoyability, glitch trophies, multiplayer trophies, missable trophies, tedious trophies, and how the story is. So then, let's get straight into time then. Now I'm not too sure what the PSN profiles, PlayStation trophies say for the time. Because unlike most times when I play, I didn't really look for a guide for this one. There was a few situations, of course, where I had to. Well, I didn't have to, but overall, like I said, I wasn't really looking for a guide. Now, looking here, because I just got it up, PlayStationTrophies.org says it's 35 to 40 hours, and PSN Profiles say it's about 40 hours. Now, I did this game in 28, and I probably could have saved about half an hour to an hour more time, but I messed up, and I'll get to that soon enough when I talk about glitch trophies. So yeah, it's not bad on time. You could probably get it done in 2 days, 16 hours each, if you do hit the 28-hour mark like I did. But yeah, that's about it for time. Not much else I could say other than I'd say, like I said, I did in 28 where it says 35 to 40. So I don't know how much that I don't know what word I'm looking relates. Now difficulty. It's not difficult as a game. Some mini kits, some of the Stanleys, and one or two of the side missions. Which one? There's one with a shop where there's a shop and you have to put the signs back together. And the sign is Lego, but I had to search for that up because for some reason my head couldn't fathom that it would be that. Another thing on difficulty is that, like I said, it's not hard, but I don't even know where I'm trying to go with this one. It's not hard, of course not. The hardest part it'd probably be fine. Now I couldn't even tell you what the hardest part is. It's all pretty easy. Of course, it is a kids game, so it's not gonna be too difficult. But yeah, as a difficulty, I'm gonna give it a. Or as a game, I'm gonna give it a 1. It's not difficult on any sort of standard. It's very forgiving. In terms of platinum difficulty, I'm gonna give that a 2.5. Solely because, like I said, there are. So I forgot to write this down. 20, and then 1 and a 2.5. None of the trophies are especially difficult. You can obviously search online for them. And for certain ones like the perform or big or character transformations, there's 6 in total, I think, 5 or 6. And 2 of them I wouldn't have thought to do, because there's Connors, I think it's Luke Connors into Lizard Man. You've got Red Hulk into General, whatever his name is. Hulk to Bruce Banner, or Bruce Banner to Hulk, General to Red Hulk. Stan Lee to Stan Hulk, and there's one more, Venom to Big Venom. I believe that's the last one. Like the Red Hulk and the Luke Connors, I wouldn't have gotten normally. That one really caught me by surprise, and of course, there's getting all Stan Lees, which when I went through and grabbed all the collectibles and whatnot, I was still missing, I think, 2 mini kits and 3 Stan Lees from the missions. So, yeah, there's a few where you might have to use a guide to pull up to fix them. Anyway, on to the next topic, I guess. How the game plays. Now, the game is a kid's game and a Lego game, so you can't expect it to be something like Call of Duty, Battlefield, where some fluid movement, that, because like I said, it is a Lego game. There are times where it can be very hard to I don't want to say hard to control, but messy to control. I think the word I'd look for is that being, you've got especially beams. I'll probably use a beam here in a second when I save Stanley. But your beams go to where your marker is, and if something walks in front of where your character icon marker circle, I don't know what you want to call it, crosshair, then everything's going to be messed up. I think it's a second to last mission where this is most prevalent. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Where you see it, really, because you'll have about 30 enemies walk in front of your lasers and you die a few times. So as a rating on how the game plays, I'm gonna give it a 7. Because as well as the laser being quite difficult to control sometimes, the telekinesis, which you're gonna see any second now, it's a bit hard to get to proc sometimes. Like you see me struggling here for a second trying to get it to do its animation of smacking. Driving as well. Driving is a bit. There's much left to be desired. Is the phrase I'd like to say. So yeah, I think a 7's reasonable. Enjoyability, I'd give it an 8. Yeah, I think 8 seems fair. Like I said, there were times where I'd get annoyed because people kept on walking in my way while I was firing my lasers. Fire the laser beam. If you get that reference, A to you. Yeah. Then there's also the driving as well. I weren't really a big fan of the driving in the game. One thing I did enjoy about the game though was really what is it? The story missions. So there's 15 story missions in total and 11 side missions. You're looking at one of the side missions now after you beat the campaign. You unlock this one. But one thing I do like about the side missions is that they really... What are the words I'm trying to put together? It's good. The story missions, so you have certain characters, and it really makes it so you have to progress with all characters. You can't just go through as one character and then hope for, hope that you get lucky. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it really forces you to use all the characters rather than just one in particular. I like that, and each fight is unique. Unfortunately, most bosses, if not all, follow the rule of 3 in terms of fights. If you don't know what the rule of 3 is when it comes to video games, it's like the 3 boss stages. You'll find that most bosses all go, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. It's rare that there'll be a 4th stage, or even just go up to stage 2. But most of the time it will follow the 3-stage rule. So I think that's probably one thing that I dislike about the boss fights. But overall, it's fun to go through them, each level, because they're all different. Like I said, there's not a level where it's like a repeat, I should say. But that's enough of that enjoyability and playing it solo. Glitch trophies. Now this is one I wanted to speak on. There's no glitch trophies, but I'm not going to give it a 10 like I'd normally do. I'm going to give it an 8. Now, although there aren't any glitch trophies, the way you unlock some trophies is glitched itself. It does, when I say glitched, I don't mean it's impossible to get them. You have to restart an entire run. No. I was thinking that until I looked it up online and found that that wasn't the case. So let's talk about it. So there's cheat codes in the game, and I advise you use them. But there's 2 cheat codes in particular that I do not suggest using. And that is the Iron Man Hulkbuster and the Spider-Man. I believe it's the Fantastic Four Spider-Man costume. And so I'll start with the Hulkbuster. So the Hulkbuster, if you use that code to unlock it, custom character M will be locked, and your game will be stuck at 99.9% at the end of the game. The easy way to fix that is to just, play a mission and finish it. Play a mission and finish it. That's the best way to fix that. But the Spider-Man one is a bit different because after Spider-Man there is the Mr. Fantastic costume and the Ghost Rider's bike. So the way you naturally unlock the Spider-Man costume is after you beat the Ghost Rider Deadpool level. It's Carnival level for 125 bricks, I think it is, or 100. You unlock the Ghost Rider quest line, but because you already have the Spider-Man costume, the prompt to start the quest line doesn't show on the map. So you actually have to find where it is on the map by yourself, and this could take a while. And that's one of the reasons my time could have been shortened much more. But once you find it, you do that, then you can do the second race to unlock the Mr. Fantastic, and that should be your last character, unless if it's glitched, that is. Then you can get your final vehicle in the Ghost Rider. But like I said, that's only if you leave them till last. Of course, what is it? You could not type in those codes and you could get them done straight away. And they might not be your last. Stanley or Deadpool might be your last. But anyway, on to the next one. Multiplayer trophies. I'm gonna give this one a 9. There is one. And it did require me to have 2 controllers, but luckily I did buy one the other day, so I had 2. Of course, you can do it in share play as well, or if you just naturally have 2 controllers, or you're playing it with a friend throughout, then of course you get it. But you need to play as Captain America and the Human Torch, and each character needs to be either one of them, and that's you get a trophy called Do I Know You, which is it's because Chris Evans, I think that's who it is, who plays Captain America. He also plays the Human Torch as well in the Fantastic Four movies. But yeah, so that's all it is for multiplayer trophies. I'll give them 9. Missable trophies, I can give it a 10. Because of level select, there isn't really any missable trophies. And because it's free play as well, or should I say open world free play, I don't know. After you beat the campaign, like I said, you don't really lose any, or there isn't really any missables. Tedious trophies, probably just running back through. I'll give it a 9. Yeah, I'll give it a 9. There isn't really many tedious ones. Getting all gold bricks, all characters. You're just playing the game. It's not like I'd necessarily call it tedious. What is tedious is, like I said, going back through the campaign and just getting any collectibles you missed. And that's really it. Like I said, the gold brick the get all 250 gold bricks. It's not a trophy, but you need 100%. So I guess 100% is tedious, but going for gold bricks, it's just playing the game. Either doing a fetch quest, a race, defeat a certain amount of enemies, things like that. It's not too bad. So yeah, I think a 9 is good there. And final story. I didn't really care for the story. I'm not gonna lie to you. More often than not, I just wanted to skip the cutscenes. So as a story, I'm gonna give it 6. Yeah, 6 seems fair. Like I said, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I think 6 is fair for a it's a kids game, so it's not really too story driven. Or shall I say, kids Lego game, so it's not too story driven. So, yeah. Looking at totals here, just for his overall total rating, I'm inclined to say a 7.5. A 7 for, yeah, a 7. I'm going to give the total for the platinum rating 7 out of 10. Overall, it's not too long of a game, but 28 hours is still a long time. Over 2 days, you could probably get it done if it's the only thing you do. It's easy, so I don't. It's too easy for me. I'm trying not to deduct too much from that, just solely because it is a kid's game. So I'm trying not to deduct too many points from that. How the game plays, well, like I said, it's very finicky at points. So that's why I give that 7. Enjoyability. It's fun to just relax and go around and beat up Lego people. So an 8 on that. Glitch trophies. There's no glitch trophies, but there are glitches that can affect the game. And if you don't know how to fix them, and you're adamant on not looking at a guide, that could affect your multiplayer trophies. There's only one, but it's not too bad. It's just turning on another control and playing. Missable trophies there are none, so that's a 10. Tedious trophies, it's just getting 100%, so playing the game. Which I put as a 9 on the story, which is a 6. So yeah. Just as a reminder, like I said, we've got a 6, not 6, a 7 on the overall, a 1 on the game's difficulty, and a 2.5 on the platinum's difficulty. But yeah, like I do need to specify this. Everything is my own opinion. Don't take my opinion to heart. If you like the sound of it, if you like the look of the gameplay, if you don't know what it is, look other people's review. Don't just look at this. Although I doubt you are. I've got one more game I'm going to do today. Maybe 2. But yeah, being your host with the most. It's been your boy Young Lord Marco the Kettle from the Kettle Lounge. I'll see you all in the next one. Toodaloo.